Actually, there's only 18, isn't there? Because there's 6 sets of 3. And as the sun sets on the moon, the Kerbals are busy filling up baguettes with rocket fuel. Yeah, I know you can select more than one at once, but you can't pump more than one at once. That's what we found earlier. You can open multiple, but if you try to pump fuel, it only goes into one thing. Otherwise, what it does is it starts sending fuel between all of them, which is what you don't want. It starts doing wacky things. I don't know. I do not know. Okay, let's try it, and then we can. So we open that, and open that. So that's 3 tanks. I'm gonna pin them all. Then we're gonna put out on them. Okay, that works now. When I did this before, that went horribly wrong. You just had cheesy garlic bread. Noise. Fox Molder, thank you very much. Thanks for 25 months. Happy place to be. Thank you. It's amazing how little fuel is coming out of this tank compared to them filling up. Tomorrow you got to go and collect your home COVID testing kits from college. Yeah, Pops has to have like, is it 2 COVID tests a week or something? It's crazy. I've noticed though, it's not pumping any quicker. It's still taking just as long as it would have done to do 3 tanks individually. It's just slightly more convenient. There you go. Now it's doing crazy shenanigans. Now it's doing look like it's doing mad things now. Out. You have to click out on the main tank, otherwise it starts moving fuel between all these. That's what went wrong. Pups goes to college, Jimbo. He's doing maths again. And he has to have 2 tests a week at college. I know. A swap like that swap twice a week. Not fun. Papa John is doing 60% off all next month. What? Papa John's the pizza that you get from the supermarket, or like a pizzeria? Okay, let's get that. Is that all of them? I can't remember. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, that's monopropellant. There we go. 1 more left. And then the RCS tank as well. There's a load of those. You do it twice a day where you work. Oof. Well, I don't know, Vanilla. I assume he's having the cotton wool bud that you put at the back. It's the back of your mouth or back of your nose? I don't remember. I don't know what he's having. I'm sure he has the swab one. I'm sure he mentioned it. The not very pleasant one. Time flies when you're having fun, Heidi. Thank you. How much fuel have we got? Monopropellant, 3,500. Right, F5 because I've done all that. That's an RCS fuel tank. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wish there was an easier way of refueling vessels. That's the one I had. I've only ever had one test, Cav, and that's the one I had. Back of the throat. Like, ugh, it's awful. I think that's it. I think we're done here. I think we're done here. I think we can just go and... how do we transfer the cargo, do you think? How do we transfer the cargo from this? There we go. Cargo storage unit. Okay, so they should be somewhere on the main vehicle now. And this vessel should be ready to go. Although, who's the engineer? We've got a scientist and a pilot, haven't we? How did the factory testing guys today? It went pretty well, USMC Vet. This morning, Sommy Pups and I did a bit more tweaking to the blueprints that we're using for tiles because we noticed some problems. It's a factorial oddity when you have train track down. You can't rotate something 90 degrees. It doesn't line up. It's very odd. So we had to produce a whole bunch of tiles. But yeah, I think we're good to go. The map's pretty good. 1K McGaw, thank you for 20 months. Yeah, I wouldn't want an endoscopy either, Zebedee. Not at all. Alright, we can fix the fuel tanks on that later, can't we? Let's get on docked. $3,400 Delta V is what we have to play with. Electric charge is down a little bit because we're in the dark. Okay. Right, do we go to Eve first or the other one? How do we get an Eve intercept? Trouble is, we might have to wait for a good Eve intercept. J9 because the game derped out. It did some weird physics thing and broke one of my hinges. See, it's basically that is supposed to stick out like that, and the game has done something and basically broke the hinge. I don't know what it's done, but I can't fix it anymore because 0 looks like that. Folded in. It won't even fold in anymore. They're just completely broken. I don't have to fix them. I don't know if an engineer can repair the hinge because I don't know how it's broke it. It's like it's glitched into something. I really don't know what's wrong with it. I can't see any glitch anymore. No, we removed the struts and it all expanded out and it was all beautiful. But at some point when we came back to dock, It did something when it initialized physics. It broke it. They were all working perfectly well. No, the solar panel, lava tube, the solar panels, literally go back a stream. You'll see the solar panels were fixed and working fine, beautifully spread out. At some point, the physics initialized and did something to one of the hinges. I don't know what, but they were absolutely fine. Well, I don't know if retracting the panels is going to help, because I don't know what the problem is. See, they're not like physically glitched into anything. There's no strut going into the hinge anymore. It's just a hinge. Sometimes the space rack just says no to stuff. Well, that's pretty much what it's done here. B-Saber, thank you very much for subbing 46 months. So yeah, the problem is, how do we unbreak it? You can see it's twisted. You see that? It's somehow twisted the hinge. Like it's like that now. So it has physically damaged the hinge in some way. I don't know. Bring the torque limit down, it bounces around. It's like the hinges. It's like there's some part of the hinge has glitched past, so we can't get like back out again. It's like that kind of a problem. It's a bit frustrating. Those hinges are not very good. That's why you don't use hinges. What's the point in not using something that's in the game? Yep, it looks like it's an auto strut problem. Now I've got to select the hinge again. Put the torque limit back up. So auto strut was doing something. I wonder if the auto strut... I don't know. Auto strut heaviest part, root part, grandparent part. That one's on heaviest part. Let's leave it on that. Well, it's fixed again. Back in business. What do you mean lock it? Can you lock the hinge? Locked. Locked, no. Locked, yes. All right. They're both locked. Let's try that. Meanwhile, floating around here. Okay, so how do we get to Eve? Sets target. Target must be in the same sphere of influence. Can try maneuver planner, but transfer to another planet. Create node. It's the next transfer window as soon as possible. An interplanetary transfer from within the moon's sphere of influence must target a body that orbits the moon's parent Kerbal. So, is that saying that I need to break out of moon's sphere of influence and then do it? You're not in a transfer window, use the alarm clock. Add new alarm. Oh, what's that? Transfer window. Looks like I can't add that either. Good night, Chris. I can't add it either because it says Mun to Minmus. So I basically have to break out of the moon to do this. Lower down. Transfer parent Kerbin. Transfer origin moon. Transfer target Minmus. Use the top one in the drop-down list in the maneuver planner. Top one. Advanced transfer to another planet. Pork chop selection. It just says it just doesn't want us in the moon's sphere of influence. We have to get out of here. We've got to break out of here in order to do it somehow. It's a bit annoying. How do you collapse this thing? There we go. Click on add, obviously. How intuitive. Let's see. Let's move away from this a little bit. So how... in what way do we want to break out of here? Do I just sort of break out and put us into an orbit around Kerbin? Just do that for now? It seems annoying that you have to even do this. Ultimately, I guess I want to fly inward, don't I? All the materials work best when you're in a circularized orbit. Fair enough. So in that case, if we do maneuver planner... So 265 delta V will give us that kind of an orbit. No need for that, just burn prograde. What, straight into the space station? Okay. Well, I don't know, Moochie, like, I don't know. That chucks us out of it, but then I don't know what the orbit's going to look like when we get out. We've got this big boy here like that. I guess that'll have to do. Okay. I think we're out of the influence. We're now back in Kerbin influence, aren't we? So if we set that as a target... Advanced transfer to another planet. What the heck is this? The pork chop graph? That doesn't look like a pork chop to me. What's the boiled potatoes? The blue areas. 665 delta V. Jeez. So What's it saying? It's saying departure in 165 days, transit duration 203. Tom Andrews, thank you for 40 months. That one's 600 and odd delta V with a long transfer window. Wait, what's... So going up and down... Is time going from left to right or something? Departure in 7 days. Right, so departure time's going left to right. Okay, got that. What's the vertical plane? Transit duration? Okay, yeah. So departure left, right on the x-axis and transit duration on the y. So if you want somewhere here, 700 delta V. If you want to transfer longer, 600. It's like, how patient are you? Transit 133, transit 201. Anywhere here will do. How do you select? Right click? No. Left click? The shape is kind of pork choppy. Kind of. It's a bit of a... Include capture burn. What? What? I don't think there is a kebab selection day. So how do we choose it? Because I don't know how we select the lowest delta V. I have no idea what it's choosing. It's not giving me any feedback. Click on that, click on that. Oh God. I just broke something. Create and execute.
I think I broke something.
Good afternoon, Squirrel and chat. Hope we are keeping the Delta V real.
Oh yeah, we're keeping the Delta V real. It's going to wait 400 days before... What? 1 year departure. Nope. How about this one? How about that one though? I like that one. Try and execute. 900 delta V. It's a one-way trip, this is. Waiting on pork chops for 2 years. That's what this is. Gotta wait for planets to align, quite literally. What's it doing now? Well, I guess we're not going to Eve then. I think Bob's head exploded. Couldn't take the maths. No idea what happened. I hit accelerated time and then detonated. I've no clue what just happened. Something blew up. So how exactly do we load that back in? Flight results, catastrophic failure. The Brighton Science Vessel crashed into the moon. What? Wait, what? Was we in some kind of orbit? No. Apparently after a certain number of days, we came back and hit the moon, is what it's telling us. And on that bombshell, thank you, Ken. It says we crashed into the moon. I thought we had an orbit that was well inside the moon's orbit. Something weird just happened. I don't know. I don't know how we crashed into the moon again. I don't get it. We mustn't have been far enough away from the moon so that we somehow got within its sphere of influence again, I think. And then it pulled us in and that was that, I think. Well, I think, we just learned something there, Moochie. Just wasn't expecting that at all.
I think I broke something.
That was all kinds
Maybe we broke the laws of physics.
We were sitting there with accelerated time and then there's a massive fireball. Thank you, Bigfoot. There you see, the orbit we're in is bringing us back with an interaction with the moon. I think that's what's going on. Maybe what we should do... Maybe what we should do is just change our peri and apo and then accelerate time. So just go around here and then just circularize there. And then we're nowhere near the moon. That's what we should do. Lesson learned. Right, we're back in Kerbal influence. Why doesn't that look right to me? That's better. Yeah, we must have just somehow spun around enough times that we just came back and interacted with the moon, which is very weird. Okay, that puts us well outside the moon. There we go. All right. Right. F5. We're not going to hit anything here, hopefully. Let's zoom out and find Eve again. There's Eve. Let's bring up the old maneuver planner, is it? Transfer. Let's find the lowest delta V. Oh, we want include capture burn. Lowest delta V. Okay, I got rid of the pork chop again. I'm not sure how I'm doing that. Transfer. Pork chop selection. Remove nodes. Lowest delta V. Create and execute. Yeah, we'll probably just hit something else now. We've got to wait 1 year. Wait, what? 421 days? 1 year, 421 days? Huh? Shouldn't that be like 2 years and 40 days? How does that work? Yeah, but if there's more than 365 days, that is a year. So that should say 2 year. You know what I mean? That's just bizarre. Okay, here we go. Walk factor 10 million, Mr. Sulu. Let's go. Yeah, we're just waiting for our window of opportunity. You can highlight a portion of the pork chop you want to zoom in. I have no idea, Donut. We're just watching the countdown. If you look at the countdown here, it says it's going to do the node in 1 year, 120 days. So it's basically fast forwarding around until that says 0. Then it's going to burn for a minute. Well, it's going to fast forward so it says minus 30 seconds and then burn for a minute. Only 400 days left. That's very true. A tiny mistake is going to cost us a long time. Let's do now. $120 days. Four hours. There we go. T minus 30. I've just got a feeling we'll get there and run out of Delta V or something. Can't get back. Then you send an unmanned mission with fuel. What? Just like a probe with fuel in it. A drone fuel truck. There we go. We're on our way in. F5 that. We're going in. Wait, we're in space high. I reckon we can do science. I don't think we've been there before. Let's see if we can do science. There's 50. Half the fuel gone. Dude, we'll be fine. We're not going to land on Eve. Let's, we'll have to get Bob out in a sec. Observe some goo. Only 20 from that one. $16. Can we get any of that? Log gravity data. 40. Nice. Wasn't there a wasn't there another bit of kit we stuck in here? What was it? Is it there? There it is. Run the magnetometer report. There we go, that one. You can right-click the science storage to collect all data. Can you really? 90 science, get in. Okay, retract. Container collect all that one. Never knew that. We just need to get Bob to reset these, don't we? We just EVA Bob quickly. Should be able to sort it out, I think. Oh dear. It's alive. Yeah? Oh, yeah, we need to get a EVA report. Have that as well. Bit hard to see what's going on. Store that. Do I need to reset that? Don't think so. Science. Okay, we got 8 in there. The Racer, thank you for 10 months. Thanks for all the awesome content. Keep it up. Also, go to Juna. Not this week. Thank you. Thank you, The Racer. Right, we've done all the quick cheeky signs there. Yeah, we're basically picking up speed as we get pulled in. Closest approach to... What's a good orbit around Eve to do science? Bearing in mind we need enough delta V to get back, so we don't want to be circularizing. Should we just do a flyby or something? Don't do that now. Don't do what now? We need to go past Eve. You have another maneuver. Wait, do we?
I commence and group hug with Paul.
Thank you, Felicia. Atmosphere is 90k. Yeeks. Why have we already got another maneuver here? Was that the one I made? 1400 delta V? Nah. Nah. That's circularization. Yeeks. 1400 delta V. I'm thinking we don't circularize. 1400 is not going to leave us enough to even get home. That's just not going to happen. Not going to happen. Yeah, exactly. All we need is some kind of orbit to just... Yeah, I'm just going to remove that. Closest approach to target. Hang on, fine tune. Just enough to capture. Yeah. $200,000 meters as a closest approach. Get in, get the influence, do the science, and get out, essentially, yeah. Select a target for the course correction. There you are. 7 delta V will give us a closest approach of 200 kilometers. Approximately. And then when we get in the influence, we can, as we sort of fly by it, we can decide what to do then, I guess. Redo it. It's in the past now. No, I was just seeing what it would cost. Fine tune, closest approach, 200 kilometers. Crane execute, does nothing. Lead time. 8 seconds, 10 seconds. We're not doomed. We're fine. Right. Let's get inside Eve's sphere of influence. Oh, ye of little faith. We've still got 2,000 delta V, so we can still bail out of this and get back. Maybe. We don't want to get too close to Eve, though. It's got a heck of a gravity. Direct entries to Kerbin. Yup. Or back to the moon. Back to the moon would be better, but I don't think we can make it happen. I doubt we'll be able to slow down. I mean, we're only doing like nearly 12 kilometers a second. It's no biggie. We'll go back to Kerbin then. There's Gilly. Why didn't it do anything? Electric charge 0. What? We're covered in solar panels. Right, we need to get Bob out and push this thing around. Come on, Bob. Give it a nudge, mate. Get some electric charge. There we go. Exactly. Old school. Oh my god. Okay. Points the wrong way again, but... Well, I did have a solar panel that came out and did stuff, but we don't have it anymore. It got removed. We should get a charge shortly. Well, the burn gives a little bit of a charge, but not a lot. As long as we don't use the reaction wheel too much, we're fine. Right, so once we get to the periapse, should we try... change the apoapsis at the next periapsis? What would that cost us? Do some science now. Don't face the wrong way. Okay, let's try science then. Crew reports 25. $125. What do you mean create a manual mode? 225? Holy smokes. Just for that?